Hey, I'm Melanie Johnson along with my co-host Jen Foster. We are both 13-time best-selling authors. We've published over 2,500 books and made all of our authors #1 bestsellers. We own Elite Online Publishing. If you want to become a best-selling author, look us up at eliteonlinepublishing.com. Now, welcome to the podcast that shares secrets from top industry experts that show you how to get lasting success and results. This is the Elite Expert Insider Podcast. Hey, it's Melanie Johnson with Jen Foster. Hey, Jen.
Hey, everyone.
You know, I'm pretty excited today because if you've ever thought about blogging or you thought blogging maybe was dead, I kind of thought blogging, we blog, but like where bloggers become famous and make tons of money, I didn't know that that was still really a thing. So we have a guest on today. She went from like 0 followers, 0 money, writing a blog to making $100,000 a year. But wait, then she went to $100,000 a month. And she's like traveling the world. We're interviewing her from Mexico today because she just wanted to get out of the cold so she can work from anywhere. And of course, she is an author, so we love that. And we're going to talk about how she is using her book to support the blog and make money. Lauren McManus, we are so happy to have you here today. But before I interview her, make sure you subscribe to our podcast. I know you want to hit that button and leave us a message. We would love for that to happen. So Lauren, oh my gosh, I just can't wait to dive deep into this. Moms at home, business women, business people, they're going to love to hear. You mean, really? I can write a blog and I can literally make $1 million a year? Hello.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited to be here. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm coming to you from Mexico today, and yeah, it's awesome. So do you want me just to dive into my story?
Yeah, tell us a little bit, Lauren, about, how you got into blogging and how you got started in this.
So I was actually a tax accountant before I started this. I had just gotten my CPA license as well. And I ended up starting my first blog with my business partner, Alex Nerney. And he was a personal trainer at the time and always knew he wanted to get into internet marketing and doing something online in some way, shape, or form. And I did not. I was definitely climbing the corporate ladder and was fine with that. But yeah, I honestly just started helping him out with this website is all it was at the beginning. I didn't know what we were doing. I just started helping him out a little bit with WordPress and some graphic design. And I just loved it. I began to get more and more drawn away from my job as an accountant and just spending nights and weekends on this thing. And it ended up turning into this health and wellness blog where we sold weight loss programs to women and a yoga and a weight loss program. And that was kind of the first blog that we ran for about a year and a half. And then we started Create and Go, our second blog, where we sell courses on how to start and monetize blogs. So we run both of them full time. And now I travel the world. I've been able to quit my job. And I think it's been about 4 years now since we started.
Wow.
So
that's so exciting. So much fun. And so and your blog is mostly about the health and wellness industry.
Our main blog has actually become Create and Go, the one where we sell the online courses, because we have support groups and stuff. So that's definitely where we spend the majority of our time and energy. And honestly, that's become the passion project for us. Because our other blog, we don't connect quite as well with our audience. Like our audience is middle-aged women, and whereas on the other blog we have much younger students, and so we connect better. And with Alex and we both have a background in business, and growing that and just honestly all the business side of it rather than the health and wellness side has become our passion.
Well, that's what I want to dive into is, okay, walk us through. So you have a blog about writing a blog and how to make money with your blog and digital courses on that. So I'm starting from 0. I don't have a blog. I don't have a website. What should I do and how do I make money and how long does it take?
Great questions. So the first thing that you need to figure out is what the heck you want to blog about. And the best route that we tell our students is to, A, find what you're passionate about, but B, having experience helps. Like for us, it was health and wellness because Alex had been a personal trainer for years. He had nutrition certifications. I had been a vegan for a couple of years. and read tons of books. So it was what we were passionate about, and we both had experience in it as well. And so that was the natural way for us to start. And so that's kind of what we teach our students is to, for instance, I have a background in accounting, so I could very easily start a blog on how to advise bloggers or other people on how to do their own taxes, that sort of stuff. So I think it helps tremendously to have a strong background in something, or at least a strong passion in it. But you start, and then the next thing is writing and finding your platform, finding where you're going to get your audience. So Pinterest is what we recommend to a lot of our students, because it's awesome for driving traffic. It's not as hard to get traffic as it is for Google, and Pinterest and YouTube have really been awesome for us.
Well, walk us through a little bit how that would work on Pinterest. So I'm writing a blog. I have, maybe 3 or 4 months worth I've been writing. Now, how do I use Pinterest to get that traffic? What walk us through like the steps?
Yeah. So Pinterest is great just because when people are on Pinterest, they are searching for content, just similar to Google. So if you're on there and you're typing in a keyword, you're looking generally for articles to read. You're not looking for videos. So that's why it's so great, specifically for traffic to blog posts. Whereas when you're on Instagram and stuff, people are looking for images. They're not looking to read a long post. So really all you need to do is create an image that kind of depicts what you want to advertise for this blog post. So for us in the weight loss space, it would be healthy food or people working out. So it'd be an image, and then you would just add using Canva, which is an awesome online tool, free tool to make graphics. You could put some text that says your headline, and then you literally just pin this image and you link your blog post. So people are scrolling through images on Pinterest, looking for ideas, inspiration. They're using it as a search engine, and they're clicking your content and they're going through to your article. And once they get through, that's where they can read your blog post. You have email opt-ins. That's how you can get leads for your email list. And that is kind of how we teach our students is to write the content, post on Pinterest, have email opt-ins set up on their blog to start building an audience. And then once you begin to get that consistent traffic, those consistent visitors every day, and you're beginning to build up your email list and you're talking to them, you're sending them emails, you're finding out who they are, that's when you begin to brainstorm ideas for your own products, whether that's selling affiliate products or creating your own, learning who your audience is first, and then figuring out what need that you can serve them. And that's kind of the beginning stages of creating your own products to monetize your blog.
Yeah, I love that you say that, because I've heard that over and over in the last couple of years. Because before it's kind of like you'd say, oh, I want to write a blog about this, and oh yeah, I know all this stuff, and oh, I'm gonna make a product and I want to make this. But if you don't have an audience, right? If you don't know what your audience wants, or if you don't have an audience yet, then you put your blog out there and then there's crickets, and you're like, why is there crickets? Oh, because I didn't say I didn't know who my audience was, and I didn't say what they need or what they want. So
yeah.
That's really key. I think what you just said is you have to know your audience first and know what they want before you put out a big product, or before you are writing all this content and you're wondering why no one's reading it.
Yeah, it's so important that actually our first health and fitness website actually failed. We had a failed product, spent a couple months on it, and it was because we created the product first before we knew who our target audience was. And so we created this product that we thought that people wanted based on really what we would have wanted. And then it was only afterwards that we did it the right time. We actually repackaged the same product, but just marketed it at the right person, and it sold immediately. The problem wasn't our product. It was the fact that we didn't know our audience or how to sell to them. And so it's so important to build that audience first.
So when you're building the audience, do you ask them questions along the way through Pinterest? Like, hey, do you want, I'll use our products and services as an example. Like, are you looking for marketing for your book? Are you looking to just become an author, or learning how to write? Is it writing? Is it marketing for you? Like, maybe they need writing help too for a blog.
Absolutely. That's actually one of the most defining moments, I think, that helped us monetize that health and wellness blog, is that the very first email when they opted into our email list, we sent them like a freebie for opting in. It was a free weight loss guide. And at the bottom of that email, it said, what's the number one thing that you're struggling with when it comes to losing weight? And that is what helped us figure out who our target customer was, because the answers that we received weren't just, oh, I'm having a hard time getting motivated to go to the gym. People told us their whole stories. It was, hey, I'm 45 years old. I have 2 children. I work a full-time job. I'm tired. I've tried 5 diets this year. People send us paragraphs and paragraphs, and getting those responses, especially the more traffic you get, the more responses you'll get. And we were able to find commonalities amongst these answers to figure out that, okay, our average reader, our average email subscriber is about 45 years old. She is a mom. She works full time. She's tried a few diets this year. So we were able to kind of create this customer avatar, and it was their words that we used on our sales pages to begin marketing our product. Because this, and in our emails, that is how we were able to begin to start effectively selling our products, is that question in that first email. And I think it's so important to ask your audience whenever you can, not just for your first product, but whenever you're making big business decisions or changes, ask your audience, because we're often, they're here and you're here at the other end of the spectrum. And we assume that we think that we know what they want and need. And it's, let them tell you.
That makes sense. And then what do you do on YouTube? So YouTube obviously is a very visual thing, and a blog is a written thing. So how do you transcend to use YouTube for your blog to promote it?
What the cool thing about that is that our YouTube channel, I think we have about 80,000 subscribers now. And we got most of those, and we got all this initial traction from Alex just reading our blog posts on YouTube. I'm not kidding. I mean, he would go beyond just the words, and he would tell our own stories, and read it in his own words, but he would essentially just cover a new blog post and just talk about it. And we were often traveling, in Nicaragua, and he'd have this like surfer hair, and it's like the blog post up on the screen and his little face at the bottom with the surfer hair, just talking. And I think that, people think that you have to be so polished and that you have to be a professional. And I'm generally scared to death of video, or at least I was, especially back then. I'm getting better now. But it's just about showing up and providing value. You don't have to be polished. And I think that our watchers, our viewers on YouTube were so attracted to us in the way that we taught, because of the transparency, because we were just showing up and we were honest. And people think, hey, if these people are making 6 figures with a blog and they're just doing this, I can do that. Whereas if you're crazy polished, you definitely attract a certain audience. And that's great. I think professionalism is really important. But I think that the transparency that we provided made us more relatable to people who hadn't yet started.
I think that's the key word, relatable, because when you're authentic and you're real, like you're talking about, and you're your true self, then you're more relatable. So when you're always polished and you're always saying the exact right thing, or, then people don't relate as well, because everyone's a human, right? So that relatability, I think, is key. And I think that's, I'm hearing that over and over again too, with video and with podcasts and with blogs and with everything, is being your authentic true self and not trying to be someone else, just being you. That's what's going to attract your audience.
Yeah, absolutely. And our videos have gotten much more polished over time. So now we have kind of a mixture of content of professional, but with, and with some of the older content that still is ranking on YouTube and stuff. So I think at the end of the day, it's just about showing up. It's that your audience would much more prefer you to get in a podcast or a video or anything and teach. Even if your internet connection's breaking up, or your hair's a mess, they would rather you get just to show up than to just say, I don't have time for it right now, and to not. And that's what we found, and that's kind of the attitude that we have going forward. We're probably going to start our own podcast next year, and it's just going to be a very casual, chill thing, because we don't want the pressure of anything else, and our audience doesn't need it either, All
right, this is really funny. So I'm going to give our audience a behind the scenes thing, Lauren, if you don't mind. So Lauren comes on camera and her hair is in a ponytail, and she's just, you know, in a tank top. She's in Mexico, and I go, hey, you knew it was a video podcast, right? A video podcast. So she's scrambling around, but look how great she is. She did exactly what she said. Like, she could have just said, you know what, I'm just not ready. I gotta, you know, be more perfect. I gotta have this thing. And she's like, no, she was just figured it out. Look how beautiful she looks, and took her hair out of the ponytail and threw a few pillows behind her, and she looks awesome. And here we are. And now we've got great content. So I love that. All right. So now the next step is we're on Pinterest, we're on YouTube, we're writing our blog. Now, how do we make money?
Speaking of unpolished, I hope there's just construction that has just started.
It's okay.
So,
We can barely hear it. It's okay.
Yeah, doing what you need to do. I'm sorry, and I just got distracted.
That's okay. There's always construction when in Mexico. There's always, it feels like.
So we were saying, like, you know, I've got my blog post written now. It's up. I'm on YouTube. I'm reading my blog on YouTube. I've got Pinterest that I'm posting on Pinterest. I'm starting to get a little bit of an audience. How do I make money to that? How do I get an ROI on that?
Yeah, for sure. So what we actually advise our audience to start with first is testing out sales with affiliate products. It does take a lot of time to create your own product. And if you don't know what your audience needs, or if it's your first time, you know, it can be overwhelming. It can be tough. People tend to drag their feet. So one of the best ways to get started is actually by affiliate marketing, because you can find, you know, for example, in weight loss, what we did was we found a few products in the health and wellness space, anything from weight loss to yoga to recipes and fitness. And we tested out different affiliate products with our audience. And we found that some products in some areas were a lot harder to sell. And there were some that our audience was way more interested in. So this is kind of what helped us determine what they're most interested in and what subjects we should create our own products around. So affiliate products, the best way, whether it's affiliate products or your own products, the best ways to sell are definitely via email. You can link products on just straight in your blog post, and you'll get some clicks here and there. But at the end of the day, if someone doesn't really know you, they're probably not going to buy a random product off of your website unless they feel that they're already very sure that they want that product. So you introducing a product it's a difficult sell to cold traffic like that. So when someone opts into your email list, you have email opt-ins throughout your articles on your website. Ideally, they would opt into your email list. You send them a sequence of a few days of valuable content to kind of help them get to know you and what you're about. And providing that value before you ask for sale is super important. And yeah, you can sell affiliate products via email. You can sell your own products via email, but that affiliate marketing / email marketing is kind of how we teach our students to get started. And creating your own products is definitely what helps scale your income, because you can control the product prices, how you sell it. And that's kind of like the final frontier of really scaling to 6 figures. But that's exactly how the strategies that we teach on all this stuff it's exactly how we took our health and wellness blog to earning $100,000 in its first year. So it's kind of all the strategies that we used. And we honestly just duplicated those strategies on our second blog as well.
Awesome. So if someone wanted to get started, they haven't even done anything, where would they need to go to watch your course and to get all this information so that they can start making $100,000?
Yeah, our website, we have a free online tutorial on like how to start a blog, and that kind of gives the introduction of a little bit about our background and just how to get started. But we sell blogging courses on our website, and we have tons of articles and YouTube videos just telling our story and why we think blogging is a really awesome way to start an online business. If you're interested in financial and time freedom, travel, you know, whether you're traveling around the world like me, or whether you just want more time at home with your kiddos, you know, yeah.
Awesome. So what's that URL? We'll put the address up on the YouTube video, and then we can make sure it's in the show notes.
Yeah, our YouTube channel is just Create and Go, and then createandgo.com is our website, and createandgo.com / how to start a blog is our online tutorial.
Awesome. Awesome. We'll put those links up at the bottom of the YouTube video and also in the show notes. So it's createandgo.com for those of you who want to go and get started right now.
All right, and I was taking all kinds of notes. You can see right here, I've been writing away as she was talking. So if you notice my head going down, it's because I'm taking notes for us of how to learn this. Lauren, thanks so much for being on our show today. Remember to subscribe to our podcast, and we'll see you next time here at Elite Expert Insider.
Thanks so much for having me, y'all.
Are you looking to increase your revenue, build credibility, and elevate your brand? This podcast is brought to you by Elite Online Publishing, an innovative publishing and full spectrum marketing company. They will publish and market your book to make it a #1 bestseller. Becoming an author is the best way to market your business. So contact them at eliteonlinepublishing.com today. All of their authors become #1 bestsellers.